Hello and welcome to another video from Sustenance and Cover and on the YouTube channel you need to not only survive the current apocalypse but actually enjoy it. And this is going to be part 4 of our video series on food storage. I had to make it in a bunch of parts because we've got a lot of groceries. And I'm not really covering everything as well as I'd like to, but I'm doing as much as I can for my little 10-minute video. This cabinet here is generally just liquids, tomato juice and lemon juice. Always keep a lot of lemon juice simply because it can be used for a lot of things. Now I got a couple of boxes of snacks in here, these energy bars and some chips. But for the most part it's sodas, and this is not a survival food. I've got 8 or 9 gallons of water in there. Everything in here is important because it's liquids and you need liquids. But really, I'm a firm believer, I don't believe in bugging out. And I can't imagine a situation where bugging out would be better than staying put, simply because bugging out is a logistics nightmare. And I have bugged out before for hurricanes and with the military. And it's one of them situations where you go from an area that you have control over into an area where you don't have control. Even in a hurricane, it's better just to stay put if you can. But water is not something you store in your house in buckets. I believe water should be stored in the ground, and so I have a well in my yard with an old iron pump on top of it. You just go out there and you crank the handle a few times and water comes out. And water is all the liquid you need. The only reason this is here with all these flavored things is because I enjoy them. Nothing to do with survival. Now in here, this other room, by our coffee maker, we have another cabinet just dedicated to liquid refreshment. Now down here we've got coffee and creamer and sugar and sweet and low, and then we got up here unopened boxes of some of these things. Like this here, Nesquik, this is a survival item because this is a lot of calories, stores neatly, all you do is add water. You're supposed to add milk, but you can add water to this and it's just as good. And I've got an unopened one at all times, and I've got an open one all times. Same thing with this Country Time lemonade. A lot of sugar, a lot of vitamin C, easy to store, just add water to it. Tea, I've always got tea that's open, tea bags, and I've always got one that isn't open. That's basically the way we do most of our food storage. Just always keep something that hasn't been used. And a lot of that is, if we do have to bug out, we're going to bug out walking distance from here, out into the woods. And you can always carry something that's unopened and just bring it out into the woods and hide it in some bushes. And then leave the open things in here. That way if the U.S. government stormtroopers decide to come in and figure out what you got to steal it, that they can take what you got in here, but you still have your stash out in the woods. Coffee, I got a whole unopened box of coffee and a whole unopened thing of coffee mate. But down here we got those items as well. I have read that in end of the world scenario, it's good to have a lot of coffee as barter items. I don't believe in the barter system. What's that?
Why?
Well, they just say that, you know, people have in their mind from school that before the monetary system that we live under today, they lived under a barter system. That's not really true. The barter system is taught to make you think you have a choice between one or the other. In the times that they talk of as being barter times, people actually were just human beings. They helped each other. No one kept records of it. Somebody didn't go over and say, well, I'm building this man a barn, I'm helping build a barn, so he has to give me a cow. People just went and built a barn, and then when it was over with, they went home. It was part of what the community expected of you. Same thing with coffee. If you had coffee, you shared it with people. Coffee is not a nutritional requirement of anybody. When this runs out, I don't care. I enjoy coffee, but I don't need it. However, one thing, if you're going to keep coffee, because you feel like you have to have it, well, you better make sure you got a percolator, because this machine won't work when the electricity goes out.
I want one too.
Yeah, we're going to get one. We'll go down and get one from the camping place or get one at a flea market somewhere. But that's it for liquid nutrition. Survival food? No, just my groceries.
Bye.